So the offense versus defense lining up here, and we'll go to couch number 1 this time. Winter, Millenny, are you sticking with your guns? Are you gonna? Is it gonna be Fnatic? Winter, you saw what happened last time.
Yeah, it's easier this game because I feel like the draft this game is much easier for Fnatic to deal with compared to the last game. It's easier for me to support them.
Well, you gotta convince.
I don't need to
Man.
I don't need to convince Ben.
No, I mean Elder Titan.
Titan.
Elder Titan is a terrible hero.
I agree.
What?
I do not like Elder Titan.
That hero's
He's
decent.
Oh,
That's such a lame way.
Like 30th percentile.
That's such a lame way to sell it. You're like, yeah, man, that hero's average.
Playable.
He's mediocre. Like you gotta pick him.
Prepare for battle.
I think Winter's got you in his pocket here on this one. So there's Fnatic for couch number 1.
I'm Fnatic because ET is not a hero.
Yeah. One of the 8 heroes unpicked at last major. I think it's an awful hero. If anyone can make it work, it's Ice. It is the hero I would probably put with his picture and the dictionary, but
these 3 just get on the couch together.
Fnatic takes it.
Okay, so Elder Titan versus Fnatic here. A huge game for Fnatic. If they take this, they're in upper bracket finals, and that can get them out of the groups today, nice and early in first place. But let's see if Vici Gaming can come back. We'll go head over to the commentators. Enjoy game number 2.
Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2, Fnatic versus Vici Gaming. We have a lot to talk about as once again we're going to be jumping in this game a bit late. We've got early TPs coming out from both Fnatic as well as Vici Gaming.
30 seconds to
but
battle.
this is a very different draft this time around. Essentially, Fnatic are running the same strategy you yourself pointed out during last game, Blitz, that the Puck would have been perhaps a better pickup than the Nyx Assassin. It's kind of a tempo controlling mid. And then this time around, they're going to place the Silencer with the Necrophos, but they are very similar heroes. So essentially, it's kind of the same strategy being run by Fnatic. What did Vici Gaming do differently in this draft to kind of counter what Fnatic are running?
The battle begins.
For Vici, they pick up the Winter Wyvern. And usually you pick up the Phoenix to try to deal with the lone. But I think they realized that they needed something that a little bit earlier to support, or just have more presence, independent of just having the egg. Because even with that, it was a little bit rough. And Burning is now playing the Morphling instead of the Fen. The thing that he realized in the last game is that the Fen buildup was a little bit faster than the Morph, but the lack of mobility on the hero, for instance, was getting kited in pretty much every fight. He had a Satanic 3k HP. He may have had an Assault, and he still was going down really quickly.
Right.
Time when it comes to survivability, it doesn't matter how much HP and stuff you have, because a good team will just play, you know, bring around the rosy with you, but it matters that you have some sort of mobility and stuff. Pick up a hero like Morphling, and obviously we played Earth Spirit Hot Potato yesterday, so everybody has an idea of what that hero is able to do. Then you've got ET for more counter push, and the natural order works out really well with all of these heroes.
I feel like in a way the Vici Gaming both drafted themselves better early game and better late game. Right, where instead of last game where they had to, like, it all came down to the high ground defense, really, that was so good for Vici Gaming and Fnatic. We're going to have a hard time cracking that. When we were talking about, like, the tempo that Fnatic was building up, that was going to be the biggest, stickiest point. But this time around, Vici Gaming have these heroes like First Spirit, Winter Wyvern, that can actually stop some of these Tier 1 and Tier 2 tower pushes. Even Elder Titan, as Ben was pointing out, is quite strong against those kind of pushes, even if he's not seen as a very favorable hero in this meta.
And right now, the Elder Titan's actually getting a lot in the offlane. He's got 7 CS already, the early level 2, keeping on point right now with Mushi. Whereas the Bat Rider in the last game, his impact, I think I was talking to somebody downstairs, is like, the Bat Rider has to do something. He should have just gone in jungle, but at the same time, you have to make sure that your Sen gets Ancient stacks, and maybe if Ice plays that again in his head, he thinks to himself, okay, maybe I should focus a little bit more on me.
Oh, that's going to be a nasty rune pickup. Fenrir is not quite level 2, so we haven't reached that critical point where Earth Spirit becomes a really dominant mid-ganking hero, but the Arcane Rune is going to be a nice addition. His dual lane with the Elder Titan does seem to be quite strong. Elder Titan is one of the stronger lane dominators when it comes to off-lane position. If you can actually get yourself into a more offensive outlook, again, offensive trial.
Mid right now, mid one is Battling all over super.
Yeah, he's
just
playing
got
super aggressive.
4 consecutive denies in a row right now. This is going to allow him to tempo control so much in mid. And at this point of the game, you want to make sure that you're getting all of these denies because you're going to get the overall wave into your favor, and you can play the high ground game. And most importantly, you're going to hit the 6 faster. For a hero like Invoker, it doesn't matter as much. Puck to hit 6. Multiple times means a lot.
Roll on in. They do manage to get the stomp onto net, but with Fenrir already using both of his abilities, they can't really follow that up. They really got to be careful with that Shadow Shaman, but Ohio is going to be even more careful. He's going to be the one giving away that first blood in the bottom lane.
God, Webboss caught that. It'll be fine. Lane at the end of the day. Arctic Burn does really well against the bear. Just the percentage, right?
Yeah. And more thing is just a dangerous carry in general to go up against. He may not provide his own disable, but he has that kind of pseudo nuke in his form as well as just heavy amounts of right click damage.
There's a difference here too. Western versus the Eastern scenes. There aren't a lot of them, but in Morphling Bottle, you'll often see for the Eastern teams, like I know E a lot, whereas you look at a lot of the Chinese players, they'll just skip it entirely. Just build for system, begin straight up.
Yeah, go for the more gold efficient, fast perseverance that will still give you some form of region.
Works so well with Bottle though. And especially since they don't have any heroes that are going to grab one. I feel like one of them should. Not making efficiency as a...
You almost have phase boost for complete for the mid invoker. That's when the Clockwork invoker becomes a lot more dangerous. But mid one can set up a potential rotation from the support they want to try and gank super as soon as he gets to level 6. You can already see Chrissy as well as Net are kind of set up for that one. They're going to be running
Dyer's
into
middle
Fenrir, who
tower is
has
under attack.
decided to rotate mid as well. He's kind of getting surrounded, but he's got the invoker having his back, and he's going to be able to throw off things quite heavily. They're going to be able to get an early kill on Net, and if they get the stomp now, Chrissy is actually challenging with the creep, so Fenrir is not able to actually do force back. Vici Gaming start out this game a lot better than game number 1, and early 2-0 to their favor.
Game number 1, at a certain point, Fnatic just started rolling. So hard to keep up with them. Had to concede so many towers. The fact that they were almost able to bring that game back, one fight away from just flat out winning, pretty surprising. But this time around, like we've talked about, they've adjusted their draft from the playing.
Yeah, they want to stop that momentum in its tracks. They don't want to let Fnatic get to the point where they've taken all the tier 1s and tier 2s before they have the opportunity to contest. They want to be able to stop tier 1 tower pushes if possible.
Hey, what was their other support? It was Phoenix plus Tusk.
Yeah.
Neither of those heroes are really wave clear.
Yeah, you have Sunray, which draws aggro off of the tower.
Radiant's
but with
top
the Chen,
tower
it doesn't
is
matter.
under
You
attack.
draw the creep wave off.
Time around there, you've got like the Earth Spirit, you've got the Winter Wyvern, Splinter Blast, you've got a lot of ways to deal with, just like flat out.
Oh, nice shot there from mid-one. He's going to be able to get away from that Tornado EMP and the follow-up kick that was there from Fenrir. That is a very deadly combo.
Denied.
Quick reactions from him does allow him to be able to survive. That Splinter Blast is already probably one of the best D-pushing abilities in the game. Really long range, high amount of damage. And at 340 nuke damage, once he gets to level 7, is going to be made all the more powerful to include Ice, who is currently in some serious trouble. He does manage to get a pretty decent stop. He starts right-clicking out Chrissy. That's really good. They can actually pull him up. They will be able to get it. Mushi executes the Elder Titan in return, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade-off. Very favorable for Vici Gaming. Only poor Ice didn't have to wait a full minute to revive. That's the life you live against the Necrophobes.
1/6 of the game, you just been dead. Good times.
Yeah. Necrophobes is an absurd hero.
It's not that
overpowered,
great.
it's different.
It's just annoying. You just like double your respawn time. It's 6 minutes into the game. You're spent like a minute dead.
If you die to Necrophobes, you're just like, well, go to the bathroom.
Somebody could die right now and he would still revive faster than I said.
And that is going to be, we didn't get into it too much, but the difference between Silencer and Necrophobes, you said during the draft they're similar in style in that they both draw a lot of attention, but Necrophobes is tankier and does offer very specific win scenarios, right, because of the way that the Ags, and even just the extra 30 works very precise.
Incredibly annoying. when you buy back, and you know you still have to deal with the extra 30 seconds anyway. But
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This rotation was pretty successful, but this time around, everybody from BC was ready for this one. Do they have the damage to kill him?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Quote comes out, and DP got lit the blast. Nice play from FY. He finds it towards the tail end, and he will be dying here. Dom comes in. Oh my god, that's beautiful with the wand going out.
Radiant's
FY
bottom
is actually
tower
gonna be able to
is
turn
under
this around. He
attack.
actually gets the splinter blast out. Still caught by the goal. Maybe he shouldn't have turned for that one. It moves up in the trees.
Radiant's
Actually,
top
Ohio
tower
will pick
is
up
under
the double kill,
attack.
but now Super is here, and they can actually kill Ohio. Shot goes down. One. Now they can focus on killing Ohio, while Fenrir is able to trap up Nidwan, who's got no more mana left after that EMP, and his phase shift is not going to be enough to be able to save him against Super, and lands the wand. He gets into the trees, but he doesn't have a TP out. He's going to be stuck here for so long. Fenrir eventually is going to roll
Radiant's
on
top
in.
tower
It's
is
a
under
Collides
attack.
for the kill. Back up the top lane though, Burning is sitting invis right now. They do have a TP rotation out from FY. Mushi does back out at the right time though.
And that was so well done by everybody on Vici. Last time, because of the type of heroes that they had a complete
Dire's
weapon control,
bottom tower
this
is under
cannon in their
attack.
jungle, but this time around, and what they realize is, okay, the Radiant safe lane isn't that safe, but now you bring everybody that you possibly can, kill the Chen as soon as you can before he grabs momentum, and just stop them in their tracks before they get any sort of momentum going. That was a pretty decent fight too. The Lone Druid hit 4 roots in a row, just like knocking people in place, but it didn't seem to really matter just because everybody from Vici came. And you saw how effective that Splinter Blast was, the early levels of it. We got 3 levels of it. He even has his ultimate now just 9 minutes into the game. Compare that and contrast to the other 2 supports. That's a level 5 Chen. A lot of time farm for a Shadow Shaman who's almost exclusively been pulling.
And that's something that the power of their aggro dual lane really offers you, right? Is because you're able to, first of all, run a dual lane
Radiant's
at the bottom,
top
but you're also
tower is
drawing
under
a lot of
attack.
attention up to the top lane. This gives
Radiant
the Winter
structures
Wyvern
are
more
fortified.
opportunities to actually split experience with the Morph lane or
TP people
pull.
up top.
Yeah, they want to be able to stop the tier 1 tower. We talked about Winter's Curse going to be laid out. Chris is going to get blown up, and we'll try to wait for him. First is dropped low, though. He managed to morph into strength real quickly, though, and he's going to be back up to plenty of HP. Mushi runs himself out, and they do manage to keep that tier 1 tower alive. Not quite in deny range, as that would have been the heal opportunity for. Still, a very good hold nonetheless.
And pretty intense right now from Vici. You notice this almost reminds me of TI4 newbie or even MVP yesterday, where okay, so they take fight at bottom, but instead of farming, they immediately just poke their way up top.
Yeah.
Because they know that that's going to be the next target. That's high level play for them to think like that.
Yeah, we were talking about how just recently, how with the meta kind of speeding up, we look past past to TI4 and the kind of changes that teams made mid-tournament, right, to adjust to a certain kind of playstyle. And one of the big things right now is this tournament is already setting up to be incredibly fast tempo, and the team that basically plays the fastest oftentimes is going to be dominating the group. We saw that from MVP, and we did see that from Fnatic in game number 1. Vici Gaming are responding really well to this aggression, though. Set up the right kind of heroes to be able to provide early stoppers in this momentum that Fnatic should be gaining out of taking towers, and they're also rotating pretty freely, making sure not to stick in one lane and farm too much.
No, it's been really good overall. And this time around, you see the switch. Invoker going to go for the true Quacklex build, as I like to call it.
Radiant's top
And I
tower
know
is being
that's why
denied.
He's getting really low, though. He's got to kind of worry about this.
He knows he's just above. In fact, Mushi won't have enough damage on FY to be able to execute him. He's got to dodge this boulder. He'll be fine, though. True Quacklex build being Orchid build, where you can just go
Dire's
around,
middle
run around
tower
picking off
is under
people.
attack.
Turn Orchid. Pretty fast. Because he's been involved in so many kills. His net worth is still behind that of the Necro. But good news to them is that they're more from the thing really well. This time around, they're not alertly that they had that unlockable
Another hero that is very susceptible to the curse. You see it. FY almost able to finish off a while by himself before Super will have to take the last hit instead. And
Radiant's middle
he's
tower
gonna
is
die
under
as
attack.
well. So Vici Gaming, another excellent rotation by them. Both the Den and the Lone Druid have shown themselves to be pretty well countered by the Winter Wyvern. Both the Splinter Blast, that we talked time and time again, but the Winter's Curse, being able to catch
Dire's
the Chen
bottom
next
tower
to his
is
priest,
under
or
attack.
the Lone Druid next to his bear.
game is looking really brutal right now. Fnatic. They have all these counter rotations to stop wherever the Chen is. You notice that Fenrir is mirroring.
Radiant's top tower is under
He shows
attack.
up on the map and he's gonna get silenced, but I don't think they have enough to kill him.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just 10 mana shy for
Dire's
Fenrir to
middle
actually
tower
get a kick
is
in.
under attack.
If they did have that, maybe they could have comboed it up with the EMP and killed the puck. As it is, they just get some chip damage on that tier 1 tower. Ice is going to have a great game as well. He's already got himself a Hand of Midas, just needs 1 or 2 more of these last hits. And that'll be a great progression. As an offlaner, Elder Titan, I think, is one of the heroes that benefits a lot from some of those mid-game utility
Radiant's
items.
middle tower is under attack.
They're doing a really good job of finding space as a whole. Not even about rotating as 5. It's more just that they're showing 3 on one end, 2 on the other, and they're keeping Fnatic
Dire's
constantly off balance.
structures are
And I'm wondering,
fortified.
okay, is this guy truly alone? Are they just going to have a bunch of people as soon as we make this rotation? And that's what you want to do with this team. You want the other team to
Dire's
second-guess
bottom
themselves. You're
tower
seeing
has
Fnatic do that
fallen.
right now. DJ's just going from lane to lane, but he's projecting a lot. It's like, okay, the top lane push didn't work. Well, I guess this time I'll go bottom because we're last game. We're not really seeing that this time around, and that doesn't get a refresh.
Yeah, if he'd actually managed to keep up that ultimate on Shadow Shaman, he probably would have ticked out. He gets away. More wards.
Bad news right now for Fnatic is got such a similar lineup. The puck, I think, is an improvement overall. The Necro take depends on what they can do with the game, but they still have to be the aggressor. You still want a tempo set when you've got a hero like Chen, Puck. You want to take these fights. They're going to go for the smoke ink right now. The Roshan with the wards drop, I feel like you want to take a real objective here, because Roshan doesn't aim break anything for them. Safe objective for them.
It's replicate from the Warfling. Could have potentially caused them some issues, but it does pick out at the right time, and Fnatic are able to jump inside the pit. Vici Gaming are none the wiser. They'll be able to take it with the Swift and Wards.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Really safe, but I guess you give it to your Necro. Or
They have so much vision around it.
because they knew it was going to happen. They knew that it was down, but unfortunately for Vici, they're just not set up for it. They must be wondering what's going on.
Yeah, they realize it now. They're going to start rotating, but it's too late. Fenrir might get a kick off,
Roshan
but
has
Fnatic
fallen to
should
the
be able
down.
get that, the Aegis is still in there. Fenrir's going to jump in. DD is going to be forced to actually pick up the Aegis himself, and Fenrir now really far forward. He's going to be taken out. Tries to get all the silence, but Midwan is getting out of the engagement on both Super and FY. With the curse being played out, controlling Ohio for the time being. They're going to send him back. Midwan, though, is not having a good time dealing with this Elder Titan. Almost managed to burst him down entirely with the nukes and the Earth. The Split Blast comes in, phase shift. Going to be able to dodge that.
Radiant's
second,
bottom tower
and Burning
is under
not
attack.
going to be able to find an opportunity for a kill. And Fnatic actually now trying to go back in, but the wave form comes in. They're going to go take out the Shadow Shaman. Midwan's still quite low. He's going to play it aggressively straight into Super. Doesn't work out though. Super now has to stay one step ahead of Ohio.
Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
Fnatic definitely not a fight they should have turned around on. They could have accepted the fact that he just got an Elder Titan and killed Roshan, but turning to fight that with such low HP on so many heroes and costing them 4.
That was so sloppily done too. They knew that the Roshan was about to die and the puck was nearby, but
Dire's
we
middle
talked
tower
about it was
is
going to
under
be
attack.
Nucci that they wanted to give it to. So he could be
Dire's
the front laner for them.
structures are
They left
fortified.
it on the ground for so long, and it's just like, alright guys, I'm just gonna go for this. And that's the best possible scenario. You force a 10 to pick up the Aegis. What is that hero gonna do for you?
Absolutely nothing.
So even with the Aegis, Fnatic were just out-positioned and they were out-kited in a fight. Elder Titan is already level 11.
Dire's
There's almost
middle
no way
tower
that they can
is under attack.
outrun into him. And the Morphling, burning his a Lincoln's treads.
Radiant's
You're never
courier
gonna win
has
that
been
fight.
killed.
And
Dire's
if
middle
we,
tower
if
has
we actually
fallen.
ever get to see an interior play for burning this natural order,
It is
it'll allow
not
that new
great.
combo to be so much more powerful. Great combo there from Vici Gaming, and that kill on the puck will be able to complete an Orchid now for the Invoker.
That was so crucial for Fnatic to just get that Aegis and get out. What would have happened after that, Cap, is you go side then. Frontline Mushi force Vici to eventually take the fight, or at least fight on your own terms, but with that being gone, Vici's feeling a lot more comfortable. They know in a straight 5-on-5 engagement, they've built up enough of a gold lead and probably take a fight comfortably. And because Burning is so farmed and he has so much mobility, he's not worried at all. And that's the biggest thing that this Morphling has over the fence.
Dire's top tower
Mobility
is
aspect.
under attack.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry so much about the lone druid. The disables of the Shadow Shaman are still going to be a little bit annoying for him, but he's still at least got a Lincoln to help with that. Vici Gaming, they seem to have kind of countered Fnatic at every single turn. They stopped those early tier 1 power pushes, and as you said, the fight at Roshan, that was going to be Fnatic's next opportunity to be able to take control of this game, but because
Dire's top tower
they now
is under
have
attack.
to wait for some other kind of opportunity. Pick off, maybe some smoke rotation, maybe even wait so long as the next Roshan. Fnatic are going for a 3-man smoke and entry into the Radiant jungle, but it's just burning there. He
Radiant's middle
He's gonna
tower
sit
is
way
under
back
attack.
behind this tier 1 tower. He knows that his allies are playing aggressively right now in top lane, and they don't see anybody, nor is anybody mid. Feels pretty obvious that jungle's being invaded.
Well gotten
It's like
gains.
we always talk about. The information matters just as much. They don't find anybody, then they know.
Stay near.
Fenrir is going to get caught out in 100% slowdown.
Yeah, Fenrir is going to be the one who tanks the game. And there is going to be a turnaround. Albert got the Orchid on to mid one. The Tornado is going to set up into that ultimate,
Radiant
ultimate, but it
structures
doesn't
are
even matter. The
fortified.
Orchid kills him first. I think he can get a little bit more though. Super does not have Tornado for another 15 seconds, but he can get something else. He's going to invoke Cold Snap. See if he can get in
Dire's
range
top
of net.
tower is under attack.
It's going to look like it's, I mean, he's going to be diving in really deep if he wants this kill on net. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Not even close, but
No.
still, the fact that they were able to get a puck that was forced to smoke with the rest of the team, on top of, you know, you only lose your Earthsphere for that. Yeah, he's longer than the puck. But still a really good trade.
Yeah. Kind of like this Elder Titan use of the Ether Lens, being able to pick up an early arcane boots and naturally transition that into that item. That's his biggest threat, and he's rapidly on his way to the
I would like to see the input.
for more right-click damage.
Full build too. I know he's gonna go to Midas, like you said, but it could kill Mushi then. I don't know if you could kill Mushi with just the Orchid Plus. At some point he doesn't have to rely on this.
You know who can kill Lucian? I think once he has that ethereal blade on Morphin, he can actually challenge Necro, who's supposed to be like just the way you build them and the way you try and play them is that you have to be trying to tank up so you can survive through these nukes. But I'm really feeling this natural order combination with Morphling.
See though how the next fight goes.
Yeah. They're also going to get bail on Fenrir.
At some point, yeah. He's already picked up the Nultoff, and there's almost no other reason.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go something like All at top right now. Burning is telling everybody, guys, wait.
It's like, Ice, you gonna complete a full, pipe this cloak, or is it just value?
Focus.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Necro helps everybody think of
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cape owns Necro.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Long animations that Reaper side. Plenty of opportunity to get off that active on whoever's being targeted.
Burning is now online. No reason for him not to fight now.
And now the big difference is like Fnatic always have a win opportunity with an Necrophobe, right? It's just it does become more and more difficult, but if you can get that kind of execution Reaper side, and Vici Gaming still have to play careful when they're pushing into Fnatic.
They do, but right now everybody in this game eyes are on the Morphling. Vici's like, okay, spent all this time making space for you. They've done such a good job of taking away pressure. This isn't just Burning farming or
Dire's
anything like
middle
that.
tower
Burning
is under attack.
had a lot of space created for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They've given him the tier 2 tower, bottom the farm out. Awesome support here there, but all been trade for them overall. Go for the 4-man smoke. They bring the ET clone along too. Burning's just going to continue to farm, and this team is going to be back up behind them. Booming classic.
Wrap around and catch Ohio here. He tries to make his way through the jungle. He does get the immediate savage roar, but there's still Winter's Curse laid out by SY. Pull him up and set up his ally to be able to pop Ohio. And Fnatic, they don't even get close to that one. They know it's a lost cause.
Kind of messed up a little bit there though. Burning uses shotgun
Dire's
on
middle tower is under
everyone.
attack.
Using the Winter's Curse. Really dealt zero
Radiant's bottom tower is under
How about
attack.
damage. Fenrir got a little bit antsy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Be able to jump away from
Radiant's
that one.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fnatic don't have an opportunity to fight with their lone druid down. Trying to split push. They should really wait on Mushi's BKB. It's going to be next one. One of the next big power items.
What I meant, by the way, by like the thing is see them go for the smoke into the mid behind their safe player, and they just try to play around it because they know the enemy team knows that you're grouped up behind it, but want to just try to one near. And Morphling is a perfect hero for that. So right now you got a 4-staff, like you said, on the Invoker. Slices. Leafbird if that's what he wanted to do.
I mean, between like the Glimmer Cape's such a good counter to Necrophos, but at the same time, there's a lot of AoE magic damage that consideration.
Kind of agree. Glimmer, because Glimmer yourself in and then middle of a bunch of heroes.
He doesn't need that though. He's got the Ether Lens. He can throw out that Astral Spirit so far.
Happy about it. The Necro BKB. Jonas just respawned. To look at the lone Druid farm.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bear's got Radiant. 800 gold. Really good farmer. About what I was gonna go. Net worth. Even ahead of the Invoker. Midas.
Still is a bit perhaps more Necrophos. I guess he's got DK. Maybe they can actually take a fight.
And to take a fight. Going for Terra pushes a little bit too different. Terra bottom is gonna go. Mushi, or not Mushi Burning's already got 3,500 gold again.
Double damage.
Where do you go from here? Do you go like the Manta build, or
Doughty's
maybe like yeah, statting up with Doughty?
starting up. Good.
Well, Fnatic, they need to be able to go for that Roshan pit. G Gaming will take it if Fnatic don't pose a fight around that area. Sun's already down to 3,500 HP. Mid-1 is going to be able to get the Lydia though. To get the pounds off, Burning's quite low actually, and is going to have to work with strength here. The shotgun His effectiveness is going to be really limited. He's going to be stunned up as well, but a good interception there from side. A beautiful clap by him. We'll be able to follow that up with a good ultimate onto two. Mushi and Ohio. That damage is completely reversed by Christie. They actually dropped the wards inside of the Roshan pit here, and they're going to try and quickly take this Aegis before Vici Gaming have the opportunity to be able to respond. Big one's just harassing them back. Roshan is going to be going down in a second here. Looks like they're
Roshan has fallen to the
down.
dark.
And will be able to with the silence. Fenrir gets a nice kick out onto DJ, and Elder Titan running in with his clap. He's going to be able to get the stomp onto Ohio as well as his bear. The rest of Vici Gaming, though, not able to respond fast enough, it looks like. There's the kick from Fenrir, stalling up Ohio even further. He's still got the floor to be able to hit him. Super forward. They go kill the bear as well as Lone 0. That's going to be it for Fenrir in this fight. Super's got to play this careful. He's down at half HP as well. But Ohio, he does not have another resummon, so much of the net where the Fnatic is completely irrelevant. And they will try and back away from this engagement for now.
Finally makes his grand arrival, but the replicate that he originally had in the fight immediately got bursted down. So he was waiting in the base the entire time. Pretty much nothing. He could have started making his way over, but replicate goes down. He's gonna go for the BKB and might just prompt Vici to get to the high ground. They know that the Morphling is so hard to fight into.
Dire's middle tower is under
Fnatic has
attack.
already funded the Master and Wards at the puck. Does have the Dream Coil available, but he also messed up, I think. He used the Reaper Scythe on the Lincoln's Morphling. I think he was hoping that somebody on his team had popped it already. Yeah. I don't know if he's playing Mushi there. It might have just been miscommunication. Probably told DJ. Something on him.
Yeah. Cast Penitence, cast Test of Faith.
Yeah,
Either one of those abilities are in.
What did he?
He still has that value poke, he's just holding on.
That value cloak in his inventory for so long.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm out already.
The 5-man smoke from Fnatic, they actually are in a decent position to be able to get this fight, but the smoke has already popped, and now Ice is thrown out to the tornado. He's going to go stomp, followed up, but he's going to be activated by Mushi, but still running with the damage is ripping through Mushi so quickly. Fortunately,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Super's going down left hand side, already taken out from Shadow Shaman. Lone Bear goes down, burning. Is able to get the rundown as the BKB runs out eventually on the next post, and he shotguns him away, and now we'll be able to get Christie as well. Tries to hide himself. That's your 2. Ohio can't do anything.
Over here. Do not spot me.
Will be able to get away, so Fnatic keep 2 of their cores alive, but a nasty fight, as that was their 5-man smoke. That was supposed to be one of their fights to really take, but their initiation did not get hold Super with an excellent tornado
Dire's
to
top
lead things
tower
off.
has fallen.
Burning was way too big. When it came 1-to-1, he zoned out the Necro entirely out of that fight, and that's the worst possible thing that can happen. Because they need this hero to be in the middle of everybody
Dire's structures
coming out
are
of
fortified.
creating a general
Dire's top
amount of
tower
chaos
is under
for
attack.
Yeah, that's what the BKB really allows you to try. Is Burning is able to play forward with the BKB active against that Necropose and just play a physical damage game.
No, it's a really good idea.
Dire's
He
top
100%
tower
had one
has
jump,
fallen.
but he was also getting sent back by the Chen, and I don't think he thought he was
Dire's
gonna
top
get shotgunned by
barracks
Burning.
are under
He might have
attack.
thought it was gonna kill him. I was
Dire's
wondering,
top
okay,
barracks
you can
has
blink out
fallen.
now, Mushi. Be okay. But it's not like he's just been maxing things a little bit too much.
Mid one is trying to catch somebody here. His Link Dagger's up, Dream Coil as well. They'll be able to get FY. Turn around, Winter's first. Sure if they're going to save FY. And they will be able to pop up. Reaper Scythe is going to be utilized. 80 seconds. Death timer on the Winter Wyvern. Still, Vici Gaming, they lost their least important hero. And they've got a plethora of items coming in. They've completed the pipe that we were talking about for so long on Elder Titan is finally here. So they've got that as well as the Glimmer Cape on Winter Wyvern. So tons of counters. The Necrophos. They have a full up ag now for Super's Invoker.
A blink dagger on the muscle. We can keep up with the Necro.
Oh, and the Veil. So, what kind of reduction is that? Because Natural Order, base resistance reduction, 33%. And then you throw the Veil in there, an amp of 25%.
Regeneration.
That's actually insane magic damage that could come from that shotgun.
Really unpleasant for Fnatic to fight into right now. That Roach fight looked like it was going to go somewhat okay because they were able to sneak it. Since then, it's pretty much been all Vici. 3 racks in 32 minutes without the help of an Aegis, which is pretty rare in this day and age.
Pretty late Aghanim's coming in for the Chen around 35 minutes, and probably not going to change the tempo of this game. You're the one in control, you're the one pushing into the enemy. The Ags can be quite significant on Chen. Here, I feel like it's going to
Been a good month for really good harvest, you know. One is there.
And that's going to be blown up completely. BKB activated, and Net's able to get off the circle one. Still going to be bounced up afterwards, so no follow disabled. Mushi's going to be the next target. The right click's up burning. He's got to play careful though. His BKB is running out, and Mushi has that Reaper Scythe ready to go. Nice Sun Strike, but a blink away by Mushi at the right time. A kick. Going to catch Mushi there on the side. Ice trying to come in with his Astral Spirit. If he can run down somebody with a stomp.
They're so afraid of the Morphling that they just keep limber-caving anybody that's close. They've been doing a good job though, preventing him from getting on top of people. I conceivably should have just been
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
By himself, but that's just an on top of things, man. He never dies. The squishiest guy in the world. He's got 4 armor and 900. He never dies. 3 deaths in the game against Morphling and getting poker.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Play the frontline hero, a little bit more of the strength and the alacrity, making up for some of the damage lost.
Bless, good turtle. So hard for them to hold high ground stuff. These heroes aren't meant to hold high ground.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Does manage to get off the Yule Scepter though. There's going to be an element of counterplay. Completely out of mana. Burning down to half HP. They do have
Dire's
Lucio
top
front line
barracks
ready to
are
go
under
with Reaper
attack.
Scythe, but Burning is just way and now Fnatic, they're going to be forced to buyback to play keep this fight somehow in hand.
Dire's middle
It's just
barracks
too late.
are under
Vici
attack.
Gaming managed to keep every single hero healthy and take out 3 on the side of Fnatic. 4 actually with the buyback. Lane of Rax goes down and Fnatic that is Catalyst bugging.
Game. After the early
Dire's
game,
middle barracks
you never
has
just want
fallen.
to
Dire's top barracks. Vici gained victory.
I know this is more the way to do more but from my perspective, it's an interesting game for Vici to play. They understood the mistakes that they made in the first game. They said, okay, really messed up. Shouldn't be losing. Made constant adjustments to wherever the Chen went. Chen was almost completely phased out of the game, whereas in game 1 he was the reason they won.
I think that this was really a showcase of the most cognitive counter to a strategy that we've seen so far in this tournament. You know, you kind of wonder if we had this sort of